Hi Aquarius. Don't kill me or whatever, cause like I technically didn't do your guys January reading. I'm whispering because I'm ashamed of myself. But I started off apologizing. We're gonna put this in the beginning of the video. All right, so hi Aquarius. As I was saying in the beginning, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do you guys' year forecast from February on out to the end of the year, because I didn't get to you guys in time for January to do your January reading and then your year forecast. So you're still going to get that though, because it's just one little month. You know, the first month is a trial month anyway. This whole 2021, the whole first month of January was a trial basis. Like, we not gonna wait for the shoe to drop, but if the shoe was gonna drop, it was gonna drop in January. You know what I'm talking about? But hi Aquarius, happy birthday season. I'm excited to do you guys' reading today. I hope all is well, and I know all is well because we are in the age of Aquarius. Do you guys know that? The age of Aquarius, the age of humanitarianism. Like, this is the age that you would expect us to fix all of the immoral justice in the world. And so when y'all gonna start leading the way, Aquarius, I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all gonna fix this for me, right? I could just sit back and let my sister sign take care of it, and then I come in towards the the end when the real battle kicking in. Y'all need that arm. All right. I'm starting off with your love reading. We're gonna go into love for February. Okay. All right. Fly out of there if you want to then. I really did not feel like doing my makeup today, so I didn't. I got lashes on, but I always got lashes on. I sleep in my lashes. The trick is eyelash glue. I'm funny. It's a lot of air sign energy too, but that makes sense for doing. So the way I'm going about this now, I be changing up almost every sign's reading, but when it gets to love, I pull for singles and I pull for couples. Overall, 2 energies. Ooh. All right, Aquarius, let's just hop on in there. All y'all cards came out so smoothly, did not waste any time. So one of these days, I'm gonna give me a setup where you guys can really see everything. All right. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so to kick it off for singles, we're gonna jump in with the singles. The energy I got for you guys to begin with is the 9 of Swords energy. So it really is giving me this energy of restriction, but it's almost like self-restriction. Like, you're choosing to keep yourself in a situation, possibly by not speaking, because swords are all about communication. Like, it's about emotions. Don't get me wrong, it's air sign energy, but it's also the suit of communication, the suit of people being emotionally vulnerable with their words, in a sense, or even just standing their ground and how they feel about things. But with this 9 of Swords energy, it really gives me the point that maybe for Aquarius, you singles, maybe you guys, I'm not even gonna say been striking out in the love department, but I feel like even if you're dealing with a person but you guys aren't in a relationship, whatever the energy may be, I feel as if you guys have been, I feel like at a point in time you were trying hard. You were probably speaking up through all of the swords, and then it was as if you're probably in a situation that you don't need to be a part of anymore, possibly. Because if you've been speaking and saying how you feel, and now you've gotten to a point where you feel like there is no point to speak, there's nothing that's going to change the situation. My words carry no weight. It doesn't do anything. My actions, because even in the 9 of Swords, it's not just that. Can I show y'all? How do they be blocking the glare? I don't know how they block the glare, but she is, the woman in the picture, is not only blindfolded at the head, like covering her eyes, she's also restricted, like she's tied up. It's almost like, it's like medieval straitjackets is what's going on here, and she's surrounded by these swords. And it's almost like, to her, because she has this blindfold on, she feels like she's trapped behind bars, like she's trapped in this emotional mental prison at that point, in this situation, like she's trapped here. Aquarius, you may feel trapped, but if you just take off the blindfold and you turn around, there are no swords keeping you from going away, from slipping through the cracks. It's not even cracks, it's an open door, an open threshold for you to walk through, but you're just stuck here. And you could be dealing with a person that is very mentally, in my opinion, like not mentally abusive, but manipulative in a sense, like very like easy to get you to, because if you're in this energy, I'm dwelling on this for a little bit. If you're in this energy, it also gives me the feeling that, not even weak, but I feel like emotionally you're not strong enough to fight this battle at this moment in time. Like, now the energy that comes behind that is the Hanged Man, which is definitely a conflicted, confused person who is, don't get me wrong, they usually come with the energy, and it's upright, of contemplation, as in they're in deep contemplation about something. They're looking for clarity, they're looking for the right path. But at the same time, it still comes with the confusion. It still comes with the indecisiveness, not being able to make up your mind, not knowing what to even do. And the outcome energy is the Queen of Swords. So regardless, when it comes to this situation, Aquarius, even if it's not you dealing with a person, but this is love, right now, you might be caught up in the past a little bit, hung up on a certain man or woman, however, like the energies are fluid. The outcome is still going to take you re-embodying your Queen of Swords energy. You are the Queen of Swords. All right, Aquarius, you are this authoritative, direct woman or man who has concise, clear words. Like, they almost might feel like you cutting people with your words, but at the end of the day, it's coming from a place of truth, but it's also coming from a place of emotion, but mentally balanced. At that, it's balanced. This is a balanced person speaking clearly about what they want, what they feel, and what should take place. But you're not in this energy currently, Aquarius. At least not in the month of February, I don't see. I think you're just still... You might be even be in this because the Nine of Wands energy speaks of waiting. So the Nine of Swords and this restriction is like, you don't want to wait, but you don't think that there's anything else you can do. You think you have to wait on this situation. But the clarity is not going to come when the Hanged Man in the situation figures out what he wants. The clarity comes when you figure out what you want, Aquarius singles, at least. Now, moving on into the couples. Now, it's not necessarily bad, but the energy that we begin it off with, and I like to think of it as the masculine energy. There's a masculine energy that basically depressed. I'm getting a very depressed energy in a relationship, Aquarius, whether this is your energy or the person that you're dealing with, but they're kind of depressed. And with the Five of Cups energy, it's kind of hard to tell, but there are 3 cups that this person is looking at that are spilled over, but there's also 2 cups standing up still full behind him. But what do we usually cry over spilled milk, don't we? We usually cry over the things that we lack and not take time to acknowledge the things that we have. And I feel like, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a person who is just focused on the bad things and not seeing the good in themselves and the relationship in general. I like to really play with the imagery and the pictures, and when it comes to the Five of Cups, I like to look at that as the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Now, the 3 of Cups can be a celebration card. It can be very happy and very joyous, and maybe this person in a relationship is looking back on them joyous times, looking back on all of the fun they feel like they used to have, and they don't understand that you have a beautiful commitment behind you, but you're too busy looking at the single life to it, in my opinion, because the 3 of Cups, when it's reversed, can also represent third-party situations. It can also represent somebody that's dealing with another person. This person is looking at 3 cups as if they missed that energy, they missed that lifestyle, and they're not paying attention to what they do have. Now, the feminine energy, but also the other party, you decide which energy is you and which energy is not, is the Moon, which represents hidden agendas. It also represents confusion, though. That's the energy I'm really picking up on, because if I'm in a relationship, let's say I'm an Aquarius, or you Aquarius, if you're in a relationship with a person that is depressed, who is missing old things and not really appreciating what you guys have now, I would be confused too. Because if you're not in that energy, if you appreciate what you guys have now, it's almost as if like, so what's the problem type of thing. But it's a lot of confusion in this relationship. It's confusion right now for Aquarius in the month of February, and it's also a little bit of sad, depressed energy. I'm sorry, gotta be honest. But the outcome though for the month of February in couples love is the Queen of Wands, and that's passion. You know what I'm saying? That's fire. And I feel like that's whatever, maybe that's what the relationship is just missing. It's just missing a spark right now. Maybe you guys been in it for a long haul and things are starting to feel a little, you know what I'm saying, a little dry. But the Queen of Wands is nothing but passion. And and confidence. But it's also fire sign energy. I will give you guys that Aquarius that you could be dealing with. It's a lot of air sign energy. So you could be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You could be dealing with a Pisces with this moon energy to me. And you also could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Because at the end, the salt, we pour all this love together. You have the Magician and the King of Wands. Now, the way that I'm seeing this energy for Aquarius women, I feel as if the singles, the Magician is for you. Once you get clear on the things that you want, singles, once you get clear on that, the Magician energy speaks of having, to me, having all your ducks in a row, having everything that you need, having a little bit of money, not even a little bit, but having your money being, not having to worry about your money, not having to worry about your love situation, not having to worry about your career, or have to worry about communication problems with anybody. You are mastering all of these things. You are balancing yourself in every aspect. And that's when you bring in that Magician male too. This is your energy, but you attract what you are to a certain degree. You attract what you vibrate at. Once you start to speak up and raise your vibrations, really starting to give yourself peace on the inside, come on now, you're going to attract nothing but that to yourself. And that's just the case. You vibrate high, you receive high. You vibrate low, you get low vibrational energy. And that's that. So for February Aquarius singles, I want y'all to beware of your vibrations. Beware of the energy that you're putting on yourself that you don't have to. Get out of that energy. Get into a place of authoritative energy. Get into a place of passion, confidence, and directiveness. And I think you'd be just on fine now. And for the couples, you got the Queen of Wands for your outcome, that passion coming back, but you also have the King of Wands for the last two cards I pulled to pull everything together. You got the King and the Queen sitting right here. So Aquarius, even though this might not seem like the most promising thing to hear in your relationship right now, I still see you guys being the King and Queen together, as if this was the match. You guys were supposed to be together. And Aquarius, I just want you to take time. Communication is the biggest thing. I said that in almost all my readings, because that's the problem, especially with people in, I feel like this era, I don't know if it's because of social media, but we just do very poorly at communicating at times. It's just very hard for people to actually speak up about things that people be so taken aback when somebody just says how they feel, like, wow, you're bold, I appreciate you being honest. But it's just like, that's just speaking up and saying how you feel should not be a sign of boldness. That is normal. It should be normalcy, in my opinion. But this relationship has extreme potential, and I don't think that you guys should just walk away from it. Just work on it. But let's go ahead and jump to your career real quick. I can't even tell if I'm on mark for, like, am I at where I'm supposed to be at in the readings, time wise, because I don't be wanting to have y'all here. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus, girl, all day. Them 45-minute readings. I don't know. Oh, I'm actually doing this pretty interesting. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Okay, career, to me, very straight to the point. Lord have mercy. Now, right now, in the month of February, Aquarius, I don't know if work itself is just overwhelming for you and you might need to look around for people to help you out. Maybe you need some assistance, an assistant to a certain degree, for people that have their own jobs, or if you work in a situation like warehouse or a store, if you work with a team of other people in a regular place, maybe you need to talk to other people about pulling their weight as well, because you seem to be overwhelmed to a certain degree, very not getting enough rest. Our bodies need rest. If your body is telling you to rest in February, Aquarius, please do so. Listen to your body. It could possibly be that there might be some changes going on career-wise for Aquarius in February with this Wheel of Fortune energy. It gets like things may be shifting. You know, it might be in people that's working in regular jobs, like I was saying. There might be a change in power, because you said the Emperor at the top. There might be a change in power. You might be getting a new boss, and maybe your old boss is the reason why you were stressed out. And with this new boss, I think that change to me is always good, even if initially it doesn't feel right. Everything happens for a reason, so I think this change will be good, because as right now, the overall energy that I kind of got you guys in is kind of conflicted. Maybe some Aquarius have a new job offer coming in, or you're trying to decide, or maybe you have too many things on your plate and you're trying to decide if you're going to pick one job or pick the other. You know what I'm saying? But you're conflicted about a decision. You're not sure what to do. But overall, the outcome is this Nine of Pentacles energy. It's very abundant woman, I feel like, who doesn't have anything to worry about in a sense of money. She's grounded, she's abundant, she's very prosperous and fistful. Like, I just feel as if, I said fistful, fruitful. when it comes to the money aspect in February, you don't have to worry about lacking money. You don't have to worry about not paying your bills. I don't see a loss in money anywhere. But when it comes to what's important, people got to understand mental health is important in work always. I feel like maybe you need some rest and relaxation, maybe some R&R, or maybe hopefully this change in power at your job is going to make things, who knows, maybe for some Aquariuses, maybe somebody might be stepping down and it's going to give you the opportunity to step up and you get to be the boss. That's going to be the big change possibly. And with this Two of Swords energy, with a higher job, usually in most places, like the labor itself is less, but at the same time, the responsibility, the pay, but the responsibility, and when something goes wrong, who is it going to fall down to? Who has to take care of that situation? That might be something. I wonder if you were already the boss and you're thinking about stepping down and you're not sure if that, and you're conflicted about that change. But like I said, just trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust in your judgment, because overall, once you come to a decision, when you decide to do what you want to do, which I really think, like, change is inevitable. Go with the change is what I'm going to say with your career. Flow with the change, because it's going to be beneficial. So, let's go ahead and hop in your rest of the year reading. So we're going to start in March, we did this here February, and go on out. I'm going to pull an oracle card message. I didn't pull your oracle for February. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me pull your oracle for February. Oracle message for Aquarius for the month of February. We're going to take that one because it flipped up. Number 2. High Priestess of Air and High Priestess of Spirit were the 2 cards that fell on the table. But I didn't pick, but that was interesting. 6 and 7. High Priestess of Air, that's y'all. High Priestess of Spirit, that's beautiful. Now the Warrior card. I don't recall. I know I've pulled this card for a person probably in a personal reading before, but I can't recall. My beloved child, when the warrior appears to you, it is such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you, in your life, you are truly protected. Period. Whatever you are experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these relationship qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on. For I will send you someone with a true warrior spirit with a true warrior spirit instead. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. If there is another message to consider, do you embody these qualities yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. But like I said, when it comes to that career stuff, trust. Just trust in the universe. Trust that everything will be okay, because I do see you being very successful in that point. Single Aquariuses, if they don't exude them qualities, walk away, speak up on that, tell them, be clear on why you're walking away. Because sometimes the closure is not for them, the closure is for yourself. And then let them send in that warrior you're supposed to have. And Aquarius in relationships, your partner loves you. It's not that they don't care about the fact that they have those 2 cups standing behind them. It's more so about the fact that sometimes, people, like, we just get caught up in our feelings. Sometimes for some people that is stronger than others. And it can really affect the people around them, and maybe your partner doesn't realize that, Aquarius. That's why I'm saying communication is the biggest key. It's March, like in April's oracle card message. May oracle message. I wish I had more to talk to y'all about when I be shuffling and stuff, so I could be like, oh yeah, while I'm doing this, you guys, did you know that such and such is in such and such right now? I need to start following, like, the planetary transit more often. I gotta start really diving into astrology, because, like, I believe in astrology 100%. I believe in astronomy a whole 100%. I believe that the planets, the sun literally is the reason why we are alive. If we did not have sun and light, we would not have trees to breathe. We would not have fresh water. We would not have, without the moon, we wouldn't have fresh water currents and all of these things. Like, so if these planets in space have this big of an effect, this detrimental of an effect on us, why do we not believe that the time that we were born and the place that these planets were in and the energy they were giving off at that time does not have an effect on the type of people that we are, the personality traits? I'm not saying that since Jupiter is at 39 degrees when you were born, which puts you at, I'm just guessing, saying stuff at this point, Aquarius and Jupiter that does not mean that it's set in stone that you're gonna have a hard life, or it's set in stone that this is gonna happen here and there. You create your universe, you create your reality, and it's just that simple. But it's just mind blowing to me that people don't believe that the sun and where the sun was, and according to the earth, doesn't have a big effect on who you are. When the sun has the biggest effect on why we live, of course it has an effect on why we live. Of course it has an effect on why we live. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Hey. Oh, both of them. I done bent up my car a little bit. Oh, I know what meditation, I'm pretty sure I can figure out what it's going to say, but I've never got the vision card, Aphrodite, and I've never gotten the meditation card before, Aquarius. Ooh, that makes me happy. Last card, December, how are we going to close out 2021 for Aquarius? How are we going to close out 2021 for Aquarius? What energy are they going to go into 2022? I actually want to know. Ooh, hey, when that happens. Stop it. Never gotten that card either, but I just wanted to see it. One card, please, universe. I really close out. Ooh. High Priestess of Earth. Ooh. Let's hop in it. Oh, but that makes sense. That was February's. So for the month of March, let's see what the card that you got for March was. Oracle message, loyalty. Period. Stevie Ray. Apparently I found out that there was a TV show, if I'm not mistaken, called Wisdom of the House of Night, and that's what this Oracle deck is based around, the show. Didn't know that. Interesting. Makes me want to watch the show. Like, what y'all have going on in y'all shows for all this? Alright, so loyalty. You have chosen the symbol of loyalty, and this means you are being called to stand up for who and what you believe in. Do you know the story of a beautiful vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times. You may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it is difficult to speak up for another person or a cause or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and believe loyal and only to what is true and good to you. Aquarius, I hate my phone in storage in general. Oh, Lord, because literally, as soon as I finished reading what y'all March was, you have no storage. You need to manage that. Yada, yada, yada. So basically what y'all telling me is I had to delete even more videos, even though I do this every time. Every time. I don't understand where the storage is going. What are y'all holding? My air? Are y'all making sure I got air if my phone ever, if the world ends, they're going to give me some air. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Basically, I know where I left off. I had just finished that. But with the whole loyalty message, I just think that is just a surefire sign that if y'all step into this Cleanosaurus energy, if y'all step up, speak up, come on now, y'all just going to literally demand everything that and you need to remove what's not supposed to be in your life. All that energy that's keeping you restricted got to go. It gotta go. April, you got the reminder card. Let's see. My child, sometimes I need to remind you of a lesson you have already learned. When I provide you with a familiar situation, will you follow the same path blindly or choose another direction? When you draw the symbol for reminder, you are being asked to remember all you have learned about life and love up until now. Don't forget what you know already, as it isn't necessary to learn the same thing twice. Then again, how else do you learn? Keep the faith and be good to yourself. You can always start again if you make a mistake. If you stumble, I will surely catch you. Remember what you know. Ooh, that's a nice little message for April. But yeah, I feel like with this year alone, I feel like once you pass a test, like the universe tests you or something, when you learn a situation, you make the correct and proper actions to get out of it, grow, ascend, and so on and so forth, they're going to hit you with a test immediately, and they really gonna be like, you just learned this, so should we fail? We really shouldn't. And that's why we won't. And you guys definitely won't, because what they said, remember what you know, and they will surely catch you. They got you. They got you. The universe loves you. May is chaos. Don't worry about chaos, because if I'm not mistaken, I think I know what this one means already. Basically, A storm is brewing and misunderstandings are too common as chaos swirls around your life right now. So I'm not going to read the messages in the book because I actually know this one. Basically, in the month of May, possibly, something is going to happen, and basically what chaos card speaks of is if the drama doesn't directly affect you, step out of the way of it. There's no need to stand in the eye of the storm if the storm is not coming for you. Don't do that. Avoid stress and drama as much as you can if you don't have to deal with it. Now, if you created the chaos, if you created the drama, you have no choice but to deal with the storm now. That's what that speaks of. Chaos is if you create the chaos, you have to go through the storm. You have no choice but to face it. There's no getting around it. But if you didn't create this storm, baby, do not. I know y'all humanitarians. Y'all like to be mind your business. Let people handle their drama because it ain't your business. You don't need that stress in your life. May, June, you got the listening card. Charisma. I think she's the only black girl in the Wisdom of the House of the Night show, if I'm not mistaken. Just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd mention that. Drawing this symbol indicates that you are meant to listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than their words. Ooh. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with the skin color of dark honey who has the gift of poetry. She is able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what's important at the moment. Ooh, June gonna be interesting because you're gonna be on them. Analyze these people. So for July, you got deceit. When you choose this symbol of deceit, be very careful about your motives and making your choices. In the house of night, there is one who has betrayed herself and all those who looked up to her. I am also warning you that someone may be stabbing you in the back. Regardless of the circumstances of your question, I warn you about deceit. There will be a price to pay for betrayals in all forms. Only you know how much it will cost. That said, though the energy of betrayal can be seductive, I am stronger and you are forewarned. Okay? I think that really speaks of, even though it's hard, don't go tick for tack for nobody. If somebody betrays you, the best thing you can do when you know you've lived your life and you've been loyal to the friendship, when you've done nothing but support and be there for a person, when you decide to not do that no more, that's the punishment. They have to find somebody else to do that or do that themselves. And not that you had to do it, but you did do it. So they're not doing nothing but losing. They lose. You don't lose. You just gain. You just keep what you have, and what you have is so much to offer. Continuing, we're in July, August, September, October, November. No, that was July. We're in August. So, conclusion in August. After all this stuff with this chaos in May, and this listening and watch people's actions in June, and getting betrayed in July, now August coming full circle, we got the conclusion card. This is the time of endings and new beginnings. Drawing the symbol indicates that you have come to the end of some experience in your life and are about to enter a new one. I love it. Don't resist the conclusion, for endings are important experiences and will help you build a stronger foundation for your next adventure. This is also a warning to get all the facts before you draw a conclusion about someone. You can't know the whole story if you haven't read the end. So remain open even when an ending is final or a conclusion is correct. This is a sign that a new story is about to unfold. Okay, and then you go into September with the risk card. The risk card gives me the full card of a regular tarot deck, like you're going from new beginnings to new beginnings, but the risk card really focuses on you actually taking the step, diving into something. My child, you have come to a place where you're being asked to take a risk and try something new and different. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself when you accomplish it. You will be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk you are taking? If the answer is no, don't do it. If yes, I will give you the wings to fly, and I will catch you if you fall, I'm sorry. The symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk shouldn't be motivated by boredom. This is a symbol of consequences as well as courage. Okay. October, we got the vision card, a card I've never gotten before. I'm excited. When you choose the symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. One day in my house of night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who will lose her mark but gain great vision into the future. Even if a loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you the temporary power to see the future as a vast place, full of possibilities and potential. Your next card will provide insight to the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. I'm only going to do it because y'all my sister sign. But I'm actually interested to know what the future holds based off this vision card from October. Let's give me a little message. Let me give me. I ain't gonna do too much. I just want a little insight for them. A little bit. Come on. I'll put them down. Did I put them down face first? I'll put that card down face first. All right, so let me read it a little bit to give y'all a little. Okay. What I take from this forbidden card, based off the story that's been written out in these cards for whatever Aquarius is reading really resonates for the year 2021. Like I said, there's a lot that you got going on in the month of February that you got to face with yourself. You got to really, you're probably going, not even through a rebirth, but you're really starting to come into your power type of thing. Then chaos gonna strike in May a little bit, a little misunderstandings, a lot of mishaps and storms and all this other stuff. And then you're gonna come into the energy of listening, watch people's actions more than their words, and analyze people, because you got to learn to keep what's for you and remove what's not. And then you got the deceit card. Something's going to happen. They're going to betray you, but you're going to know to move around this conclusion. You made the right decision. So now new opportunities are coming. You got to take risks. You got to do stuff. And then you got the vision card. Now with this forbidden card, I feel like, obviously, you may think that the test is the one that follows right after you make these, like you come into your power. But no, you just came into your power. You tease. So, of course, you're going to handle that the way you're supposed to, which is why you leave the deceit that happens in July and comes to this new conclusion of risk energy in August and September. But I think the universe is going to truly test you probably in the last months of the year, but mainly in October. But the way you went about things possibly before, you can't do it exactly that same way. Or the situation that might present itself in a way that's never presented itself before. Like, they always say that be careful, like for Christians and people that pray to God or whatever you believe in, they say be careful what you ask God for, because the devil is always listening, and he'll send you what you want. He'll send you what you don't want, dressed up as everything that you ask for. Dressed up, but once you take the clothes off, that's what you really got. So I feel like somebody's going to come to you with the clothes on that you've been asking for all these people who didn't have those clothes on. But be careful, because they just got clothes on. That's not who they are. And even though you think you're making the right path, choose another one. Even though everything is taught you to choose this path, don't do it. Trust your gut, trust the vision, take a risk. Take a risk and don't. Just take a risk. All right, let's continue. So we're getting closer, closing out the year. We're in November for meditation. Be still and listen to the sounds of the pulsing energy as the life force inherent in all things sings a gentle song to your sweet ears. In the darkest inky black nights, I next make my magic and weave it into the world. This is a time for non-action. Do nothing and find quiet within your heart and wait. And all will be revealed when the time is right. I'm sorry, y'all. When the time is right, now is the time for quiet contemplation. You won't miss anything if you stay quiet. Be still and know that I, next goddess of night, am always with you as you discover your magic in silence. Ooh. You definitely, after this little situation in October, you definitely gonna take time to yourself, because it was gonna be a lot. It's probably gonna be a lot on you emotionally, especially to have to make a risk. Your body gonna have to calm down a little bit. Probably gonna be a little anxious in some of these months towards the end of the year. But to close the year out, you got the High Priestess of Earth. I think that's beautiful. And we close the year out in Capricorn energy, so that's nice. When you choose a symbol of the High Priestess of Earth, I, Nyx, the Goddess of Night, am nudging you to take care of your health and your beautiful body. My vampire High Priestess of Earth symbolizes all things in the physical world, your body, the body of Earth, and the things that you surround yourself with. Now is the time to eat well, get rest, and connect to the power of Earth by walking barefoot. Even though it's going to be cold outside, Lord of mercy. Be mindful knowing you are a child of flesh and bone who came alive through the blending of earth magic in your spirit. If your question is about a situation with a friend or a love interest, know that the high priestess of earth is asking you to wait until you see tangible evidence of what you seek to understand about this relationship. Perhaps a first kiss or some shared activity will give you more insight into your question. Stay grounded and wait and see. So, Aquarius, I hope you guys aren't mad for missing out on January, but here's your February reading. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Again, this is your year reading. I'm proud of you. I don't, literally, all of this stuff that's coming up, I don't feel like this year is going to be a stressful year for you in the career sector. I don't want you to have any stress at all, but some stuff is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? We just have to take things as they are. But I do believe that you guys are going to make it through this just all right. And I think that all of your stuff is really going to be tied to, like, love relationships, and not even just partners, like love within yourself and love for your platonic friendships and relationships in your family. Like, this might be a trying year in essence, but you're going to come out on top of it all. And don't forget, the most important thing is yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in March.